Hello, here at Shoe Healer, and if you like a wedge sole, look at this lovely wedge sole. Now, years ago, we spent most of our time taking wedge soles off and fitting standard Commando, Dainite, Ridgeway, and we still do quite a few. Somebody will see a boot online with a wedge sole. They don't particularly like a wedge sole, but the boot's at a great price, and they'll put into the price of the boot, changing the sole over. But we are fitting quite a lot of these soles, these wedge soles as I call them. Usually they're nice and light, very comfortable to walk in, but there's a lot of confusion about the soles. They're from Vibram, or the majority of them are from Vibram, and they're the Vibram Christy soles. And some come in different colours, 4 or 5 colours. If I glance down here at my paperwork, I'll be able to tell you. And then others don't come in any other colours than white. But is it white or is it cream? The two soles we have here, we have the Vibram 4014 Christy sole. And we have the Vibram 4377 Christy sole. Apparently that's spelt slightly different on some different websites, but they're both called the Christy sole, and they're very different, although they don't look very different. These are two different compounds. I can tell in my hand, this one here, which is the Christy 4014, is proper dense, and it's lovely, it really is. This one feels relatively cheap. When you ask for a Christy sole, a Vibram Christy sole, chances are you're going to get this one, which is more commonly available in Europe and is really light. It's a great sole. It's available in quite a few different colours, but there's confusion. This colour here is white, as you can see. This is white. There is a light beige colour, there is a dark beige, there's a dark brown and a black. And then there actually is cream, which is actually this colour. So there isn't a white. There's cream, but it's white. So this is where the confusion starts. People have seen this one, which looks cream and is cream, but this one is cream, but it looks white. Does that make sense? Paul's pulling faces over there.
Right.
It's right. It's right. Yeah, I'm being told that's right. So this is the lighter weight sole by Vibram, and it actually says on it Morflex Sole, and it's the 4377. This one is made in Italy. I've just mentioned the colours that it comes in. It's apparently a third lighter than any sort of traditional sole that you will have on your shoes or boots. It's EVA-based, so it is a lightweight. It's similar to what your trainers are made of. By comparison, this is the Vibram 4014 Christy sole. It doesn't say Morflex. It's not the Morflex. It's a Christy sole. This is the one apparently that's made in America, and it's made of what's called a blown rubber. Newflex is a term that's used for it. A lot heavier than the other one. So the 4041 Christy sole is a heavier, denser one that does wear better than the lighter one. So if you've had the lighter one before and you've not been happy with how it wears, you need to try this Christy sole. So this one is cream and is also called natural in America. This is white. No, this is cream. This is cream. But this looks white. That looks cream. But if you want cream in that one, as I've said, it'll be the beige, the light beige colour. Okay, so now let's have a look at them side by side. And I know this is not a video for everybody, but people are getting this confused, and it's they're sending us stuff in. Can you put me this sort of colour, that sort of colour? And then when we send it back, they're not happy. And you know, that sole's too light, it's not as dense as the sole that's on my other Redwings. So when we put them together, look at that there. Identical really, other than the colour. This one is a little bit bigger than that one. It's a little bit deeper. Look, the Morflex is a little bit deeper, I don't know if you can see that. Can we put them edge to edge like that? And you can see the Morflex is a little bit deeper. That one there is substantially bigger than this one. However, when we put them on the scales here, on, off, put that on there like that. And if I weigh two of these, which is smaller, so we're not even really doing like for like. This is a little bit smaller. What weight do we get on there?
719.
719 grams? Yep, okay. And then the Christy Sole, the other Christy Sole. On there,
341.
341. Wow, how light is that? But the question is, how do they wear? Which one wears better? Soft compounds, it can be a little bit of a nightmare. Which one wears better? I think everybody's saying it's this one, which is the Christy 4014 sole, is a harder wearing. And we're just going to ask Paul when he gets back and see what he thinks about these sole units. Paulie, we want you a minute. Please just come and have two minutes with us, and let's get this video nailed. Two soles, different soles, white, which is cream, and cream, which is cream. Heavy, lighter, which one do you prefer?
They're actually classed as cream on website, I think, on
right.
one of the suppliers.
Yep, cream. Yep.
Which do I prefer?
Yep.
This one.
The heavier one.
Yeah, because that's more in keeping with what you get on a Redwing.
So the Redwing is very similar to that, yep.
If I'm being totally honest, it's only recently I found out about this through our cameraman doing his research. So I've always fit these. And to be fair, they're a cracking sole, but we've had a few complaints, not complaints, but people that are heavy on them, they're not getting as long as they have at the original Redwings. And this compound is, well, I'd say identical to the original Redwings. A little bit darker in colour, but once they're on, I've not tried a pair on anybody's yet, which I'd love to. But I think they're going to wear absolutely phenomenal.
Okay.
Like an original Redwing. It's the same sort of sole. When you feel the weight, you can tell with the weight and the you know
the density of it.
The density of the rubber. That's the word I was looking for.
Lovely. Okay, doke.
Yeah.
So that's what Paul thinks. What do you think? Which one do you like? Have you had them both? If you've had these, and a lot of people had, millions of you have had them, which do you prefer? Do you even know which one you had? You know, because they're both Christy, they both look very similar. It's just the weight. The weight is massively different, and it will affect the shoe. This has got the lighter one on, super light. If you've had these soles, leave us a comment below, and if not, and you're just watching this video, like and subscribe, and yeah, because it does help the channel. Thank you very much.